Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2023 Spring Convocation at the University of Regina. My name is Glennis Sylvester. I'm the University Secretary. As your MC this afternoon, I'm pleased to welcome you to today's ceremony. It's wonderful that you're taking time to be here with your family and friends to celebrate your graduates' achievement. Today, you will witness them receiving their degrees, diplomas, and certificates. We also welcome those of you from all over the world who are watching the ceremony through our live stream webcast. Let's get started. Please welcome our platform party and, of course, our guests of honor, the Spring 2023 graduating class. Platform party guests, you may be seated. That's a lot of graduates, and welcome to you all. I want to begin today's ceremony by acknowledging that the University of Regina is situated on Treaty 4 lands with a presence in Treaty 6. These are the traditional territories of the Nehiyawak, Anishinaabeg, Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota peoples, and the homeland of the Métis-Michif Nation. We recognize and deeply appreciate the historic and contemporary connection to these lands and are grateful for the ability to meet here today and reaffirm our commitment to truth and reconciliation. I'd like to give you a brief overview of the celebration this afternoon. The convocation ceremony is rich with tradition. We have a number of special guests who will be here on the stage. The Chancellor will open convocation. We will introduce and present our honorary degree recipient. Following the presentation, our president will give the convocation address, and then the graduates, one by one, will be introduced and proceed across the stage. Guests can follow along during the ceremony by referencing the digital program using the QR code on the cards that were distributed when you arrived. Note that each graduate has also received a paper copy of the program to commemorate this special day. I would also like to make a couple of housekeeping announcements. We expect the ceremony to conclude in about 2 hours, near or shortly before 4 p.m. That's a relatively short movie time. So it's important that graduates and guests remain to the end of the program in order to celebrate the accomplishments of all of our graduates crossing the stage this afternoon. In addition, there will be ample opportunity for photographs of your graduate in their beautiful regalia after the ceremony prior to graduates returning their gowns. So please remain in your seats during the ceremony to avoid blocking the view of other guests. To begin our celebration, it is my pleasure to introduce the Lone Creek Singers. They will send off our new graduates to the next steps of their journey through the heartbeat of the drum and by gifting them with an honor song. This song is traditionally used to honor warriors upon successful completion of a difficult mission and includes such things as a vision quest or hunt, and in this modern age, the demonstrated individual and collective journey that has brought about their successful completion of a university degree. The graduates today represent our modern-day warriors in this celebration of receiving their degrees, diplomas, and certificates. It is customary to present a gift of tobacco to the musicians as an offering for participating in our convocation ceremony. And I invite Jeff Capel, an alum of the university, to receive this gift. For those who are able, I invite you to rise. Thank you to the Lone Creek Singers. Please remain standing and join Miss Jordan Levesque in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home, our native land, true patriot love in all of us command, contra brasse porte le paix, et se porte la croix. Ton histoire est les Pompées des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Protégera nos voies et nos droits. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the special guests who will take part in this afternoon's ceremony. I will ask them to please rise and remain standing as they are introduced. I ask that the audience please hold your applause until introductions are complete. James D'Arcy, Registrar. Brett Waytuck, Dean of University Libraries and Archives and Orator. Dr. David de Montagny, Associate Dean of Engineering and Applied Science and Orator. Dr. Aziz Douai, Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. Dr. Saqib Khan, Interim Dean of Business Administration. Dr. Pamela Osmond Johnson, Associate Dean of Education. Dr. Jim Farney, Director of the Johnson-Shoyama Graduate School of Public Policy. Dr. Mel Hart, Acting Dean of Science. Dr. Andrea Sturzik, Interim Associate Vice President, Research. Cadmus Delorme, Vice Chair of the Board of Governors. Dr. Stephen King, Senior Researcher to the President. Dr. Jeff Keshin, President and Vice Chancellor. Pamela Klein, Chancellor. Minister Gordon Wyant, Minister of Advanced Education. Dr. Marlene Smedu, Chair of the Board of Governors. Dr. Harold Reamer, Dean of Kinesiology and Health Studies. Mark McMorris, Honorary Degree Candidate. Dr. Isabel Dostelaire, Provost and Vice President, Academic. Dr. Chris Yost, Interim Vice President, Research. Diane Ford, Vice President, Administration. Dr. Jacqueline Ottman, President, First Nations University of Canada. Tejas Patel, President of the University of Regina Students' Union. Robert Ellis, University of Regina Alumni Association. Haroon Chaudhry, Associate Vice President International and Grand Marshal. The other platform party guests include former honorary degree recipients, university senators, and faculty members. I will ask that these platform party members also rise to be recognized. Also attending today in an unofficial capacity is Minister Don McMorris and Cindy McMorris, here to support and celebrate their son as he receives his honorary degree. And also one of our former honorary degree recipients is in the audience, Murad Al-Khatib, here to celebrate his daughter as she graduates today. If you could give a wave, the two of you. Thank you. Let's welcome all platform party and special guests to this afternoon's ceremony. I now call upon our Chancellor, Pamela Klein, to bring greetings and officially open Convocation.
Oh, you all look beautiful. It's a fantastic afternoon, and it is absolutely my great privilege as your Chancellor to celebrate the incredible accomplishments we'll see today. Every degree, every diploma, certified, conferred on our students today is earned and very, very well deserved. Congratulations to the spring class of 2023, all 2,398 of you. I cannot overstate how fabulous it is to see you all here on our campus for this graduation. Welcome to President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Jeff Keshen, Board Chair Marlene Smedu, to Minister Gordon Wyatt, thank you very much for being here. To our platform guests, our families, our friends, and our fabulous graduates. To our honorary degree recipient, Mark McMorris, it is with great pride to see that your compassionate leadership, your dogged determination, and your personal resolve are being acknowledged with one of the highest terms that we can bestow upon you today. You are exemplary in how you live your life, and this is very well deserved. Today, you share this room with like-minded colleagues. This auditorium is filled with classmates, professors, instructors, family, old and new friends, who some will last your lifetime. As you set out to inspire the people in our community, you know that it all started right here at the University of Regina. You know that the University of Regina gave you the ability to build, to ask questions, and to find a better way. The document you received today is the proof that you've succeeded. It's demonstration you've accomplished what you set out to achieve. It is testament to your relentless pursuit to accomplish the impossible. After the months and or years of study, you leave this campus today with more than the parchment and depth of knowledge. You have broadened your perspective, you've been challenged, your self-confidence has grown, and importantly, you have a more compassionate view of the community around you. A community that is reflective of the collaboration, the diversity, and the inclusivity that is representative of the University of Regina. You know, collaboration is a partnership. It's a union. It's the act of producing or making something together. Perhaps a book, a research endeavor, could be something that keeps you up at night. It is bigger than yourselves. And I think of cultural anthropologist Margaret Mead, who commented on collaboration that you never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world, because indeed it is the only thing that ever has. Wherever your path takes you, may it be filled with unanticipated opportunities, these experiences that will fill you with the challenges, the questions, and the unknowing, experience that will strive you to be more. Continue your journey as one who serves. You will make the world a better place. Truly, we depend on you. Today, your connections expand even further as you join over 88,000 U of R alumni globally. That's an impressive community. And for your U of R community, your friends and your family today, it is a moment of immense joy. Be proud. Celebrate. You've earned it. Congratulations. I now declare the annual Spring Convocation of the University of Regina open.
Thank you, Chancellor Klein. His Honor, the Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan, has sent his greetings. Please draw your attention to the screen.
Eminent Chancellor, President Keshen, distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, family, and friends. Hello, Tansy from Government House in Regina, which is in Treaty 4 territory in the homeland of the Métis. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your special celebration. Though I cannot be there in person, I appreciate this opportunity to congratulate everyone who is graduating from the University of Regina this spring. This is a tremendous achievement that is the result of your determination, courage, and hard work. Well done. I especially want to recognize the recipients of the Governor General's Academic Medals. This medal program was created in 1873 and has become one of the most prestigious awards that Canadian students can receive. The gold medal is presented at the graduate level, and the silver medal is presented at the undergraduate level. My sincere admiration and congratulations to this year's medal recipients. Graduates, as you celebrate your success, I encourage you to remember all the people who have helped you along the way. I congratulate and thank all the graduates' families, as well as the faculty and staff who have supported the students throughout their time at university. In closing, I am pleased to bring greetings on behalf of His Majesty King Charles III, King of Canada. In the spirit of reconciliation and friendship, I would like to share these greetings in my first language of Woodland Cree. Nimedudeitin, kitapitamatawa, atamiskato in gitsogamaoche, Charles Nisto, kigitsogamamino, utagitaskino, Canada. Ninanaskamon. Best wishes, graduates, on your
Eminent Chancellor Klein, President Keshen, Minister Wyatt, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, friends, and most importantly, graduates of the University of Regina. Good afternoon. What a wonderful day this is. Today, I have the very distinct pleasure, privilege, and I think honor to introduce the first of our honorary degree candidates, Mr. Mark Lee McMorris. Mark was born in Regina in December of 1993 into a family that very much encouraged and supported his athletic interests. As children, Mark and his older brother Craig were encouraged to participate in a wide variety of team and individual sports. Now, when Mark was 5, his mother took her sons to Lake Louise to introduce them to skiing. Well, she failed miserably, actually. The boys only wanted to snowboard. The rest, as they say, is history. Mark's life in competitive snowboarding began at age 11 when he joined the Saskatchewan Snowboarding Association and began competing for Saskatchewan in Canadian rail jams and slopestyle competitions. He turned pro in 2009 at the age of 15 and won his first professional event in January of 2010. Since that time, Mark's name has become synonymous with snowboarding in Canada. He's specializing in big air and slopestyle events. There's no doubt that Mark is an outstanding and gifted snowboarder and athlete. In a span of only 14 years, Mark has done the following. He's competed in 11 U.S. Open championships. He medaled 7 times, was the champion 4 times. He medaled at every X Games since 2012, most recently winning the slopestyle event in 2023. He holds the record for the most Winter X Game medals. He has 22. He participated in 3 Olympic Winter Games. 2014, 2018, 2022. He medaled at all 3 games. He competed at 3 FIS World Championships. He medaled at all 3. Although he's had an unbelievable career to date, what put Mark in a different category is his resilience and drive to overcome setbacks. While all top athletes have to deal with injury, Mark has faced and overcome very significant challenges in this regard. His journey can be described as nothing less than inspirational. In February of 2016, he broke his femur. Okay, for those in the audience who don't know what that is, that's your upper leg bone, arguably the most difficult human bone to break. In July of that same year, he was back snowboarding. In 2016-17 season, the season after that injury, he reached the World Cup podium twice, won gold at the Winter Dew Tour, found the podium at the LAX Open and the Winter X Games, and he won gold at 3 more events that season. Following the competitive season, in March of 2017, while he was in backcountry snowboarding with his brother Craig and other friends, he suffered yet another serious setback. He had an accident that resulted in multiple injuries, including breaks to his jaw, left arm, pelvis, ribs, along with a collapsed lung and a ruptured spleen. He would return to sport later that same year. He won 2 events in China in November and his second Olympic medal in February of 2018. While Mark is passionate about sport and has overcome significant setbacks during his career, he's also demonstrated a heart for others. In 2012, Mark, along with his brother Craig, created the McMorris Foundation with the aim to inspire youth in need to find their passion through sport. The foundation vision seeks to create a more affordable, accessible, and inclusive sport culture in Canada. The brothers want kids to experience the joy and power of sport in the same way they did. To date, that foundation has raised over $350,000 and helped to provide over 3,500 Canadian children with athletic opportunities. Mark truly embodies our university's motto as one who serves. He's most deserving of this recognition we are honoring with him today. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you Mr. Mark Lee McMorris and ask that you confer on him the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I consent to admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honor causa, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges that are pertain to. Not a medal. Okay, awesome. Terrific. Great.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Eminent Chancellor, Minister Gordon Wyant, President Jeff Keshen, distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, staff, and friends of the university. I want to thank you for bestowing this honor upon me. I also want to thank my friends and family that are in the audience today that truly helped me get to where I am. Today marks a relatively unthinkable milestone in my journey of life. For some of you, this accomplishment may have also been unthinkable for a younger version of yourself. But you're here, you did it. Whether this was expected or unexpected progression in your life, you made it here through your own triumphs and adversity to join your fellow graduates here today. So for that, please look around. Give yourself and your fellow classmates a well-deserved round of applause. Now, it's no secret you and I didn't share any classes together. However, we did share time on this planet walking through the ups and downs of learning, but most of my lessons, lectures, labs were taught to me by Mother Nature, and my tests were given by fellow snowboarders around the world. As a young kid entering the world of professional snowboarding, I had to learn to be comfortable traveling to places where I didn't know the culture, the language, perform dangerous maneuvers in high-pressure situations, and try my best to get to know people from around the world who happen to be in a very similar situation as myself. It was a journey that I'm beyond grateful to have experienced, but back when I started, it was scary as hell. I'm sure some of you guys can relate with your first few weeks as a freshman on campus. Now, my unconventional journey as a young professional athlete has taught me invaluable lessons that have shaped my education, and today I want to share with you the profound impact snowboarding has had on my personal growth. I discovered that the world is a classroom, and every experience offers an opportunity for growth and learning. I've been exposed to diverse cultures, people, perspectives. It shattered my boundaries of my comfort zone, channeling me to open my mind and adapt to newer environments, embrace unfamiliar situations. Through this exposure, I have come to appreciate the richness that learning brings into our lives. Snowboarding has taught me resilience and perseverance. Every jump I missed, every fall I endured, and every injury I've overcame has strengthened my determination to be successful. I've learned that failure is not a setback, but rather an opportunity for growth. Learn to dust myself off, get back up, and to keep pursuing my dreams with unwavering dedication. I likely have many more failures in my life, and so do most of you here today, not just the graduates. But every single one of us will have an opportunity to turn those negatives into positives and keep learning how to become better versions of ourselves. We must all keep pushing towards a better tomorrow and keep learning from both the positives as well as the negatives we experience in life. Now you being here today represents successfully dealing with the adversity of trying to be a better version of yourself and learning the right and wrong ways of accomplishing the goal of being a college graduate. But that journey doesn't end here. It's just the start of a next chapter. I urge all of you to embrace things that make you uncomfortable and to welcome lessons that lie beyond your ordinary. Whether you find your passion on the slopes, in the laboratory, or in the boardroom, remember that education is a lifelong pursuit of learning, and the world, no matter how tough it may be at times, is the best university, right next to the University of Regina, of course. So congratulations, class of 2023, as we write our next chapter. Let us take the lessons of the world to strengthen our resilience and grow from being uncomfortable and fortify our desire to constantly be learning and continually build upon a better version of ourselves. I look forward to all our future lessons and the successes you will all achieve. Thank you and best of luck.
Eminent Chancellor Klein, the Honorable Gordon Wyatt, Minister of Advanced Education, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, academic colleagues, staff, student, families, and friends, honorary degree recipient Mark McMorris, and most important of all of you, graduates. Allow me also, as a professor of history, to first frame my message to you by turning to the past. You're going to get one more lesson. We're going to turn to the dawn of the 20th century, when, with mass media first bursting onto the national and even to the international stage, came many who considered to be America's first celebrity president. That was Theodore Roosevelt, whose likeness, along with Washington's, Jefferson's, and Lincoln's, you'll find just to the south of us, colossally chiseled into Mount Rushmore. Now, Roosevelt just didn't live life, he rather consumed it by embracing any challenge, no matter how daunting. Resolve that saw him elected to the New York Assembly at the age of 23, soon after as mayor of New York, and then as governor of New York State. Subsequently, as America's Secretary of the Navy, he cast his gaze more broadly, insisting for the United States a large global presence. Motivated by manifest destiny, the belief that American expansion was divinely inspired, Roosevelt personally commanded the 1st Volunteer Cavalry. Their charge of Kettle Hill during the Battle of Santiago, Cuba, made him into a larger-than-life figure and propelled him to America's vice presidency. And when an assassin's bullet felled William McKinley, Roosevelt, then only 42 years old, became America's youngest ever president. Brash and bold, he brought to the White House cowboys and explorers. He took journalists on hunting trips. He sparred with a prizefighter. He pursued the corrupt. He defied the virulent racism of his time by inviting for the first time ever an African-American leader to dine at the White House. And Roosevelt pledged fairness to all Americans in a country where unchecked greed and privilege had grown as profound as anywhere in the world. It is not the critic who counts, he declared in language I'm just going to update a bit. Not the person who points out how the strong stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the person who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood. You know, Roosevelt consumed the limelight, but he also resented those who shared in its glow. Driven by ambition, by ego, and convinced that only he had the answers, he refused in the normal course of time to step aside for others to carry the torch. Abandoned by his political party but determined to hold power, he ultimately tried to regain the presidency by running as an independent. Splitting the national vote, he handed victory to an opponent that he resented to his dying days. You know, his story is instructive, for as you graduates step forward from this day, harboring hopes and ambitions, you too should be that person in the arena, steadfastly pursuing your goals, inevitably in the face of skeptics always whispering words of doubt. But also, graduates, know that no one person is all-seeing or accomplishes everything on their own. As such, it is not only important to step out from the crowd, but also to show others that their ideas and indeed their welfare equally matters. And that spirit, proudly ingrained into this university, including into the fabric of our federated colleges, is our long-standing motto, as one who serves, meaning that we aspire to instill the idea that success comes not only from personal achievements, but also from uplifting others. And inextricably linked to that motto is our new university tagline, "Go far together." It's traced to an African proverb. It means that if you want to go fast, well, go alone. But if you seek to go far, you're going to have to bring others along for the ride. As you move forward from this day, take deserved pride in your personal achievements, but also reflect on those who helped you from your earliest days to reach this milestone. Parents who cheered you on and who picked you up when you faltered along the way, and friends and teachers and coaches and other mentors who inspired you and convinced you that you could achieve what you may have doubted in yourself. Moving forward, graduates, others are going to similarly need you. Be there for them, in your family, in your workplace, in your community, for there is no doubt that we all face many and formidable challenges. But like generations past, you are coming of age not only in times of turmoil, but also of great hope. Indeed, a generation ago, in the wake of 9/11 and the suspicions and conflicts that followed, a group many of you will know, the Black Eyed Peas, released the song, "Where is the Love?" in which they asked, with some sorrow, whatever happened to the values of humanity? Whatever happened to the fairness and equality? Instead of spreading love, we're spreading animosity, lack of understanding leading us away from unity. Yet, in fact, since that time, our collective story, despite all its complexities and contradictions and inevitable setbacks, has continued bending towards something better. For even compared to a generation earlier, more people from more backgrounds are achieving more things. And that collective story will increasingly be written by people like you, young people who will shape our future and undoubtedly tackle our most pressing of problems, like a now 20-year-old Greta Thunberg, who in leading the worldwide fight to address the threat of climate change tells us all that hope is not passive. Hope is telling the truth, and hope comes always from the people. Like Pakistan's Maulana Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate, who at just 17 years old survived an assassin's bullet in her unrelenting fight to ensure that all children, and especially girls, have the right to education. And like the young African-American poet Amanda Gorman, who many of you may remember only days after a violent mob stormed the U.S. Capitol to halt the peaceful transfer of power, fearlessly stood before a nationwide audience on the steps of that hallowed citadel of democracy, and wearing a bright yellow jacket that shone like the sun in those dark and distressing days, to proclaim to a country desperate for healing and hope in the future survival of democracy that we will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. For there is always light if we're only brave enough to see it. That brighter future for which we all yearn will be yours to continue to create, whose education here, in the spirit of service, we hope inspires you to think in terms of not where we are today, but by committing to the public good and by working together will bring us to a higher plane. Graduates, be that person who not only sees but aspires to what you know is good, and armed with your education to seek out and to proclaim truth. For though our recent past has brought much progress, our present and our future, like all those that have come before, remains uncertain, and today appears threatened with dark clouds, threatened by those who demonize but not to elevate, who thirst to rule but not to serve, and with lies as ammunition appeal to our worst instincts rather than our better angels. But always, an educated population will remain the bedrock of a strong, resilient civil society. People like you, whose knowledge, whose understanding, whose ingenuity will ensure opportunities, empathy and compassion, and across perspectives and philosophies, shared optimism embedded in the broad humane values that must underline our democracy and point us all to a better future. Now, as alumni, you will not only be ambassadors for the University of Regina, but indeed for the importance of university education. And we know that you will do just that as future leaders and as heroes, showing care and compassion for the less fortunate, by inspiring others through teaching and mentorship and creativity and innovation and technical wizardry. And as you sustain us all with the hope and confidence as you take your place as the next generation of civic and cultural and political leaders. Graduates, in each and every one of you truly lies the means and ability to contribute to our essential path of progress, no matter how large or how small the stage upon which you live out that sacred responsibility. And you can and you will do that by showing up, by being in the arena, by not succumbing to the naysayers and nitpickers, and from the knowledge that success comes not only by holding true to your convictions, but by inspiring others to see their virtue so that we can all truly go far together. Please join me in congratulating our future, the University of Regina's graduating class of Spring 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Keshin. I have to tell you about Dr. McMorris. How does that sound, by the way? I wasn't sure he was going to let me hood him. He kept running away. You might have noticed that. And I think we came to the conclusion he's just won too many medals, so he didn't know what to do if someone was putting something on the back. Yeah, okay. Now we'll get down to the real business of today's ceremony, and we'll recognize our new graduates. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you the graduates to be named on whom you have conferred the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I have admitted you to the degrees, the diplomas, and the certificates to which you are entitled, and have invested you with all the powers, the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. I now charge you to use these powers, rights, and privileges with honor and dignity as one who serves.
Before we present the first group of students, I would like to acknowledge the achievement of the graduates whose names appear in the official program, but who are not present at today's ceremony. Please join me in acknowledging these graduates.
The Doctor of Philosophy is the highest academic degree conferred at our university. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Dean Dr. Aziz Douai, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving a Doctor of Philosophy through the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. Ada Abushagar. April Chief Calf. Merelda Fiddler Potter. Raymond Owusu. Jane Powell. Wellington Sousa. Eminent Chancellor, I now present the following graduates who are receiving master's degrees through the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. Master of Administration. Muhammad Fakhrul Abedin. Mohammed Shabib Adnan. Parvez Ahmed. Ana del Rosario Aviles. Tanjila Begum. Mohammed Imran Baipur. Samina Chowdhury. Kristen Craig. Shane Darby. Asif Kaiser. Mohammed Shahin Kamal. Fairuz Binta Masood. Dharmalatha Narmala. Nusrat Noor. Sheda Vafamanesh. Master of Business Administration. Brett Daniluk. Ed Finlayson. Shegun Ololowo. Master of Education. Gunpreet Kaur. Daniel Ash. Ricky Bell. Raquel Belfleur. Joel Barris. Valerie Biden. Alexandria Blatter. Amanda Brace. Shiloh Burkholder. Melissa Burnett. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Cleave. Cassandra Duff. Kristen Gabadon. Shristi Deep Godara. Afroz Jahan. Anders Jensen.
My name is Jyoti. This is the name Jyoti.
Okay. Jyoti. Lovepreet Kaur. Beth Kelm. Brooke Kemp. Jillian Kramer. Heather Lajam. Kelsey Lip. Meena Maheshwari. Tracy Ann McIntosh. Melanie McKay. Miranda McClellan. Tematayo Mendanoye. Catherine Mahia. Carrie Nagel. Agnatha Nudulaka. Abiola Olodipe. Russell Paskaman. Poonam. Nicole Powers. Casey Preston. Gilbert Prue. Sarah Punchon. Eve Reed. Ume Salma. Ray Singleton. Miranda Sunmore. Deb Steinley. Fasiha Taha. Taylor Vanchu. Famida Zaman. Master of Indigenous Education. Jessica McGilvery. Kola Mackenzie Capo. Master of Health Administration. Nadra Ali. Amanda Bartlett. Megan Butler. Leslie Kotsianis. Jillian Hughes. Hamida Jaffer. Betty Rose Kagwima. Opiemi Odugbemi. Juliana Shamanchuk. Miranda Shillington. Kerry Shinkarik. Tushanti Thivakran. Margaret Yurchik. Isiderlin Bendiola Cabanilla. Master of Human Resource Development, Humaira Tusnuva. Master of Human Resource Management, Oloremi Abedeji. Natalie Amiot. Shala Bayramova. Amber Day. Uzeze Ekator. Adodolapo Femi Babalola. Maulika Fernandez. Mohammed Akramul Haq. Mashad Jalvani. Denise McJanet. Afrina Najib. Esther Odediran. Adesola Okeowo. Kisiena Oregon. Faith Runs. Peyton Shukaluk. Nan Trong. Menglin Shu. Yep. Shagiyat Yusefi. Master of Public Administration, Damilola Akanbi Famajuro. Oluwatobi Oramoro. Faith Babalola. Katrina Erica Balanta. Luke DeCorby. Thomas Favel. Jay Fredette. Tural Iskandarov. Adedoyan Jibodu. Timothy Johnson. Uda Kalu. Anastasia Kishif. Megan Kuznetsov. Lynette Luchens. Felice Mackay. Ruth Niatich. Mabel Olimo. Tualashi Oyebote. Shiva Liasian. Roberta Wallace. Master of Public Policy, Kweku Aisi. Anastasia Shechuk. Join us in congratulating our graduates from the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Interim Dean Dr. Saqib Khan, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving bachelor degrees, diplomas, and certificates through the Faculty of Business Administration. Bachelor of Administration. Also receiving a certificate in Indigenous Journalism and Communication with Distinction, Amber Bear. Cree Lavallee. Marie Lynn Michelle. Nicholas Stevenson. Also receiving a certificate in Reconciliation Studies, Theodore Stonechild. Also receiving a certificate in Public Relations, Jenna Watson. Bachelor of Business Administration, with great distinction, Maguire Abel. Mahi Abrar. Treasure Adekoya. Also receiving a certificate in Economics, Kaden Agopsevich. Landon Amiot. Zhaozhu An. Luke Anderson. Also receiving a certificate in Public Relations, Sadie Amwinder. Divya Bilwani. Daniel Barclay. Abhishek Barot. Serena Baudervage. Emily Benko. With great distinction, Jessica Beretti. Boris Bonaris. Willem Boland. With great distinction, Brett Bostick. Bailey Bourget. Also receiving a certificate in Economics, Joel Burrell. Grace Burton. Marakar Cabarles. Thomas Campbell. Also receiving a certificate in Public Relations with distinction, Caitlin Chamberlain. Jiaolin Chen. Gracie Cookson. Kyle Darniski. Also receiving a certificate in Economics, Maria Dimas. Anna Doty. Also receiving a certificate in Nonprofit Sector Leadership and Innovation, Jesse Erb. Cole Eric. Faith Uroba. Jack Fisher. Also receiving a certificate in Ideation, Creativity, and Entrepreneurship, Travis Foss. Peyton Friesen. Peyton Gent. April Gilchrist. Also receiving a certificate in Economics, Landon Glass. Madison Glenn. With great distinction, Marco Haynes. Shane Hampson. Samuel Hardy. Also receiving a certificate in Public Relations, Madison M.J. Hall. Also receiving a certificate in Economics, Shu Hua Huan. Also receiving a certificate in economics with distinction, Courtney Hungel. Kira Ignatiuk. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Abdul Aikwari. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Mingyuan Zhang. Dana Johnson. Jackson Joseph. With distinction, Ramisa Kaber. Ashwin Karunakaran. Rachel Kelsey. Denise Kenny. Sajia Afran Khan. Manvi Kare. Abby Kyle. Jennifer Klemp. Also receiving a certificate in ideation, creativity, and entrepreneurship, Justin Knudsen. With distinction, Madison Krause. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Conrad Christoph. Doyle Cooper. Levi Large. Harrison Lars Hansen. Also receiving a certificate in economics with distinction, Kaylin Leffler. Renee Legrand. Shanshan Lee. With distinction, Logan Linskog. With distinction, Pamela Logdenberg. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Jaden Lawrence. Blake Macy. Diana Mata. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Vijay Mattel. Also receiving a certificate in public relations, Nathan Melly. Grace Mitchler. Kareem Mohammed. Paige Moore. Also receiving a certificate in ideation, creativity, and entrepreneurship, Jeffrey Muma. Caden Namath. With distinction, Kolbe Nistor. Also receiving a certificate in economics, EJ New. Temadayo Ogunsanya. Mohammed Omar. Brianne Oshanak. Kartavya Pandit. Harsh Rajesh Patel. Princey Patel. Ria Patel. Reese Paulu. With distinction, Roberta Perot. An Yen Pham. With distinction, Sierra Pritzia. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Reed Rabbits. Scott Brissett. Jake Radmacher. Austin Reimer. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Reed Reisdorf. Brendan Riddle. Also receiving a certificate in ideation, creativity, and entrepreneurship, Jesse Ritchie. Aislinn Roski. Alex Rutledge. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Xander Larry Sampson. Ensa Sather. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Michael Schwan. Tamid Shariar. With distinction, Tamara Smilish. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Rylan Sokol. Roanne Crystal Suarez. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Yoongae Chan. Yuanjae Tan. Jareen Tasneem. Rebecca Terry. Jessica Tran. Micah May Tomorrow. Selena Oy. Matya Vivas. Jeff Voss. Also receiving a certificate in economics and a certificate in international business, Kwang Min Vu. Shinlan Wang. Also receiving a certificate in economics with great distinction, Julie Watson. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Zachary Weber. Jacob Wolbaum. Also receiving a certificate in economics, Giovanni Wright. Clove Yang. Shi Yang. Matthew Zahner. Yinyu Ju. Amandeep. Rahul Chaudhry Chinta. Mahir Alam Chaudhry. Ashley Clark. Jordan Cousins. Muhammadul Hassan. Nazifa Afaf Hassan. Savannah Faisal Hayat. Muhammad Lukman Hassan. Ahmad Hussain. New Win. Amantu Islam. Uninia Fore Jagade. Gurkarat Kaur. Nikhil Kumar. Ashley Nicole Mersenne. Gaurang Depeshbhai Patadia. Ahmad Patel. Kushal Kumar Raskin Kumar Patel. Harsamveer Singh Plaha. S. M. Fozla Rabi. Neha Sethi. Pratham Manoj Shah. Mahir Sheikh. Sana Fatema Anwar Sheikh. Tanjil Jahan Tofa. Ronnie Schusterman. Eric Vosper. Manuela Yatku. Certificate in Ideation, Creativity, and Entrepreneurship, Kristen Johnson. Eminent Chancellor, I present Sarah Al-Khatib. Sarah is receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Management with great distinction. Sarah is also the recipient of the Leon Goldman Scholarship, which is awarded to the most distinguished graduate from the Faculty of Business Administration receiving a first degree. With great distinction, Sarah Al-Khatib. Eminent Chancellor, I present Jessica Gable. Jessica is receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Marketing with great distinction. Jessica is also the recipient of the Faculty of Business Administration Dean's Medal, which recognizes a graduate receiving a first degree with a minimum average of 80% who has shown leadership in and commitment to extracurricular activities while at the University of Regina. With great distinction, Jessica Gable. Join us in congratulating our graduates from the Faculty of Business Administration.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Dean Dr. Jerome Cranston, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving bachelor degrees and certificates through the Faculty of Education. Baccalaureate en Education, Hannah Brainton with distinction. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Haley Belcourt. Sarah Wayenko. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts, Emma Bush. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Alexandra Cottony. Also receiving a Certificate en Français Language Seconde with great distinction, Trista Drever. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts, Michaela Frencham. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Emily Gay. With distinction, Amy Jenkins. With distinction, Clarice Kavimba Mubenga. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with great distinction, Amber Cram. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Danielle Nelson. With distinction, Kevin Peel. With great distinction, Jesse Wallace Perkins. Bachelor of Education, Simranjeet Kaur Ahluwalia. With distinction, Sadra Ahmed. Haley Anderson. Carly Andres. With great distinction, Carla Ash. With distinction, Debbie Ashworth. Kendra Audette. With distinction, Erica Baker. With distinction, Rami Bakfaluni. With great distinction, Emily Barber. Lee Barber. Tamara Bartley. Chelsea Bauer. With distinction, Brandon Bezenson. With great distinction, Shauna Bletkin. Caitlin Bowers. Brooklyn Brady. With distinction, Alicia Brown Villeneuve. With great distinction, Prairie Brown. Lauren Beuste. Casey Campbell. Mercedes Carlson, also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology with distinction. Sydney Carswell. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology, Caitlin Sidar. Drew Cheers. Alexis Christensen. With great distinction, Jaira Colliado. Nicole Cook. With great distinction, Alexandra Cramond. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Jillian Crane. With distinction, Bridget Crooks. Jordan DeBryan. Dale Deck. Sydney DeCorby. Ricky Del Coro. With great distinction, Catherine Dole. Jesse Ducharme. Kira Eastley. Owen Easton. With great distinction, Delaney Epp. With distinction, Donovan Ermel. With distinction, Logan Fatez. Carmen Fiddler. With distinction, Danica Finlay. With distinction, Jessica Flamen. With distinction, Crystal Flagel. Brenna Fonagy. With great distinction, Brenton Frock. Destiny Fuller. With distinction, Taven Gardiner. Paul Garou. With great distinction, Carolyn Garnier. Angelica Gottender. Taylor Gavranowski. With great distinction, Reese Gerodot. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Riley Gerdot. With distinction, Lacey Glennie. Olivia Gordon. Nathan Gowdy. With great distinction, Vincent Grabowski. With great distinction, Willow Granger. With distinction, Rain Gray. With great distinction, Cassidy Grimm. Abigail Gross. With distinction, Olga Grigorova. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology, Mason Gurr. Sydney Hadley. With great distinction, Lane Hallowitz. Nathan Halverson. With distinction, Paige Hammond. Jenna Hamilton. With distinction, Megan Hanna. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology with distinction, Walker Happ. Caitlin Hartman. Elizabeth Hartman. With distinction, Emily House. Kennedy Henriksen. With great distinction, Jonah Hertline. With distinction, Jordan Hibbert. Alexandra Hoving. With distinction, Paige Hubbard. With great distinction, Claire Ivans. With distinction, Robina Janke. Jafila Javier. Jenna Jelinski. With distinction, Tess Jendrashevsky. With distinction, Jaspreet Kaur. Also receiving a Bachelor of Science with great distinction, Min So Kim. Elena Kinder. With great distinction, Tamantha Kirsch. With great distinction, Elsie Kish. Alicia Klatt. With great distinction, Bryden Klutchko. Caitlin Kovitz. Alicia Cahoot. With distinction, Jordan Koss. With distinction, Sophia Curls. With distinction, Caitlin Koval. Amanda Cozy. With great distinction, Kayla Kresowati. With great distinction, Dana Kulak. With distinction, Daniel Lafontaine. Sunshine Laborde. With distinction, Carter Lafontaine. With distinction, Kaylee Ledrew. With great distinction, Ashley Legault. With distinction, Sarah Leverenton. With great distinction, Kimberly Lewis. With great distinction, Eric Lilico. With distinction, Madison McPhee. Andrew McPhail. With distinction, Beda Magnuson. Samantha Meyer. With distinction, Zoha Maknogia. With distinction, Madeline Malong. Meg Manko. Sarah Mann. With great distinction, Brooke Martinson. With distinction, Madiha Musavar. With great distinction, Jenna McCauley. With distinction, Nicole McCracken. Jenna McDonald. With distinction, Taylor McPhee. With distinction, Brooke Maley. With distinction, Bailey Melanchuk. With distinction, Paige Messer. With great distinction, Jasmine Mickleborough. With distinction, Cassidy Miller. With great distinction, Emery Millette. With great distinction, Kara Miskolsky. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology, Mason Morin. With distinction, Derek Mullen. Jolyn Nataraja. Veronica Nakoniz-Shinishki. With great distinction, Cassia Namath. With distinction, Kiana Nault. John Wynn. With distinction, Paige Novakowski. With great distinction, Skyla Nyahagen. With great distinction, Cassidy Nias. Cassidy Olson. With distinction, Christina Padfield. Emily Patchen. Apeksha Patel. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology, Chloe Pattenode. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology with great distinction, Randy Paulus. Kyle Pera. With distinction, William Pearson. With great distinction, Ashley Peterman. With distinction, Adriana Phillips. With great distinction, Karen Pillay. With distinction, Maya Plews. Erica Power. With distinction, Camille Presper. Rianne Raudmacher. With distinction, Carissa Ribeiro. With distinction, Ishelle Racinos Lane. With great distinction, Taylor Rederath. Arden Riddle. Taylor Reimer. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology with distinction, Marcus Rofflick. With distinction, Jillian Romano. Courtney Roppel. With great distinction, Tara Lynn Ross. With distinction, Haley Rosso. Andrew Ruffle. With distinction, Brandon Rumford. Avery Sawchuk. Carly Schmitz. With distinction, Madison Schrempel-Woollett. With great distinction, Chantal Schultz. Brody Skihar. With great distinction, Natalia Smith. Casey Sovdi. Brooke St. Jean. Jenna Starchuk. Nicole Stefaniuk. Paige Sturzer. Brooke Straya. With great distinction, Sarah Stroder. Naomi Sykes. With great distinction, Sarah Thirsk. With great distinction, Kaylee Trost. Katie Turnbull. With great distinction, Marissa Van Staverny. With great distinction, Chase Van Thyn. With distinction, Amanda Vandervogel Kundal. Margaret Wata. Jordan Wenger. With great distinction, Courtney Weeb. Cassandra Wilkinson. With distinction, Logan Wilfong. With distinction, Sarah Whitus. With distinction, Jessica Wright. With distinction, Jessica Younghans. With distinction, Blake Zanidine. Also receiving a Bachelor of Science, Yu Yi Zhao. Bachelor of Indigenous Education, with distinction, Leanne Broughton. With distinction, Malaysia Brass. Jade Ellis. Francine McIver. Shania McNabb. Whitney Oakes. With distinction, Brooke Olson. Jessica Preeb. With distinction, Connor Shappert. Lee Seaton. Bachelor of Music Education, also receiving a Bachelor of Music, Lund Holmes. Campus for All is an inclusive post-secondary initiative at the University of Regina that enables adults experiencing intellectual disability to access the benefit from campus life. Students audit classes, make social connections with their peers, and enhance their employment prospects. This program enriches the lives of these students as well as our community as a whole. Leah Starvella. Certificate in Teaching Elementary School Mathematics, Amy Davis. Le certificat voix d'avenir pour enseigner en Saskatchewan, Jean-Paul Camden. Eminent Chancellor, I present Michelle Hogue. Michelle is receiving Bachelor of Education in Middle Years Education with great distinction. Michelle is also the recipient of the Saskatchewan Teachers Federation Award, which is awarded to the most distinguished student in the Faculty of Education graduating with a first degree. With great distinction, Michelle Hogue. Join us in congratulating our graduates from the Faculty of Education.
I would like to invite Caitlin Spur to join President Keshen and I on this podium. The University of Regina President's Medal is awarded at each spring and fall convocation to a student receiving a first undergraduate degree who has shown academic excellence as well as leadership, commitment to extracurricular activities while a student at the university. The Spring 2023 Convocation recipient is Caitlin Mary Spur. Caitlin is graduating with distinction from the Saskatchewan Collaborative Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. She excelled in her lab, theory, and practice education courses, providing compassionate, highly skilled, and technical care during the COVID-19 pandemic. Caitlin practice education courses in the hospital started at the beginning of the pandemic. Despite the various challenges and pivots in care procedures, she excelled. She demonstrated the ability to rise to the challenge facing healthcare professionals. Caitlin has demonstrated a strong work ethics throughout her education. She excelled in her full-time program and worked, volunteered, contributed to her community, and became the team captain of the University of Regina women's volleyball team. In addition to her vast volunteering and community service, Caitlin received many honors and awards throughout her education. Caitlin is also the recipient of the Faculty of Nursing and School of Nursing's Dean's Medal, which is awarded to a graduate student of the Saskatchewan Collaborative Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, receiving a first degree with a minimum cumulative grade point average of 80%, who has shown leadership, commitment to extracurricular activities while a student in the program. Please join me in congratulating Caitlin Spur on her accomplishment.
Congratulations, Caitlin, and congratulations to all of today's graduates, platform, party, and guests. Let's all stand and acknowledge the accomplishments of the Spring 2023 graduating class. Well done. You may be seated. Almost done, home stretch. I will now invite Robert Ellis, a member of the University of Regina Alumni Association, to the podium.
Wow, closing speaker. All that's keeping you from partying on today. Good afternoon, Chancellor Klein, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Keshen, members of the platform party, other dignitaries, guests, and of course the main attraction at today's event, you, the 2023 graduating class. As Glennis has just noted, my name is Bob Ellis, and I'm a member of the Board of Directors of your Alumni Association. I'm here to welcome you graduates into the biggest club that you will likely ever be a part of, a club that doesn't have a secret handshake or a secret song as far as I know. Maybe we are the champions. It's a club, an association, that is the more than 88,000 alumni of the University of Regina. On behalf of the University of Regina Alumni Association, congratulations on what may be one of your biggest, proudest, and most significant life accomplishments to date. We are proud of you, and I know your family and friends, many of whom are here today, are proud of you as well. We have alumni all over the world in more than 110 countries, working in every profession imaginable, and many serving in leadership roles in those countries. It's likely as you enter the workforce, continue your education, or take the next steps on your professional journey, you may bump into a fellow alumnus or alumna. We're everywhere, so please take advantage of this built-in connection that you have. As you reflect on this milestone in your life, I hope it is a milestone that makes you feel a profound sense of achievement and connection to both the university and the alumni community. Please stay connected, attend events, and keep up to date on what is happening at your university. There are lots of great learning opportunities, benefits, and programs that can be enjoyed, whether your journey keeps you close to Regina or whether it's from afar through a virtual presence. As other speakers have noted, the motto of this institution is, "As one who serves." And our alumni have distinguished themselves in service over the decades, service to their professions, service to their businesses, service to their communities, and service to civil society. You have a great gift in the education you have received, and we look forward to watching you follow in that long tradition of service of those who have gone before you. In closing, I note, of course, that your group today also includes our honorary degree recipient, celebrated athlete Mark McMorris. As has been noted many times, the Canadian prairies are not the first place one thinks of as the training grounds for globally renowned snowboarders. But Mark was not deterred by that. He had a dream. He persevered in his chosen field and literally soared to new heights on a world stage. As you start out or continue in your careers, I encourage you to follow that example. Persevere, dream big, reach new heights, soar. Enjoy the day, and welcome again to the University of Regina Alumni Association.
Thank you, Bob, for the warm welcome to our newest alumni. I now invite those who are able to please rise for the departure of the platform party.